Hi guys, welcome to the video. In this video I'm going to show you how to use the Jasi picture. I will try my best to include every single thing. So let's start. Open the app, grant the root permission. Accept the terms and select the internal storage. You can see here it is already right, but you can select as you like. So in the start, couple of features are disabled. You can't open them because it is a basic version. You can enable the premium for free. Click here, enable premium. Alright, so in the start, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the settings the way I like. I love light theme, so I'm gonna restart it up. Alright, so orientation, portrait, language, whatever, English, animation, no, sorting, status stop, font, system default, vibration, yes, hide web. Alright, hide picture. I'm done with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restart the app. Alright, great. So let's start. First of all, you can hear the device information, basic stuff. So here are the couple of functions, and here are the options. Check for updates, to check the latest updates and all the things up here, to dump the logs and change log, troubleshoot, help, frequently asked questions, and all of the stuff, whatever, settings and stuff. So I'm gonna start with the main functionality. So the first option is the custom patch. What it is actually is it is custom patches for the selected apps, which are sometimes hard to crack or sometimes like popular apps, whatever. So here are the list of the apps. So as I selected the status top, so installed application are getting sorted on the top. So I will take a first app, which is like custom patch. Okay, I will check for the drastic. You can see the drastic, your license could not be verified, so I'm gonna go back to the patcher, go to the custom patch, check the drastic. As you can see here, the version which is installed is 2.5.0.4 and the patch is for 2.5.0.4. so one more thing I would like to tell, like for example like this. So what it means, that this is the patch detail, and this shows that it is tested on version 7.3.3 and lower version and on 8.2.0. so it can work between those versions, but it will surely work on this the 7.3.3 and the 8.2.0, but it is 9.3.3, so I don't know if it's gonna work or not. So you can use emulation in that case. And this is the patch details. It is a core patch, doesn't require exposed, the version for patch and the patch information. Here are the application details. So let me go to the drastic one. Okay, so it is a Dalvik patch and it is for the same version, so I'm sure it will work for sure. So what you have to do is click patch. That's all. Wait for the second, for the time. I did patch in the background. Alright, it says classes N1 patched, classes N2 patched. What actually I want to tell you that the classes dex, it has one classes dex, so it is classes dex 1 and 1 2 patterns, both are patched. Sometimes there are multi classes, for example classes dex 1 2 3 4 and so on. So in that case, if I have supplied a N1 patch, it can be found either in the all of the classes or in kind of for some classes. So you have to run the application to check if the patch is successful, the application is working fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna launch the app and see. Right, see, do you see that it's patched? Cool. So this is a custom patch stuff. Now what I'm gonna do is let's take a look at some other stuff. So let's take it up. This is a simple application. It's when it starts is exit in the start, and this application start and show application not licensed. No, this both application doesn't have a custom patch, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start the Jasi patcher, go to the universal patch, let it load the application. Now if you see the the second application, multi-window. Alright, it doesn't have the license check, doesn't have in-app purchase, but the application exit itself when you install and run it at the first time. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna supply a support patch on it. Alright, it's done. You can read the help here for more information. So I'm gonna run the app and see if it works. Do you see? It works fine. Okay, now I'm done with it. Now let's test it on another app, this application. So we don't have a custom patch for this application as well, so go to the universal patch and find this application, internet. Alright, it has a license check. Do you see that? License check. So it checked the license from the Google servers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna apply a patch on it. If you are on a KitKat and below, and if you apply the patch, you have to unpatch the application before updating. But if you are not on the KitKat or like on Lollipop and above, then you no need to, you can see the result. So you can see N2 is patched, N2 whatever it is patched. So let's test the application if it is working fine. Great, it's working fine, no issues now, right? Alright, so this was a custom patch, universal patch. Universal patch is application, is kind of a feature like application manager features. For example, let me check power amp. Alright, you can see a lot of you can back up the application, install its, create data, kill the app, launch the application, and even remove the ads. Alright, so I will talk about this support emulate later. So support patch I show you, unpatch, in that application you can patch it as well. Let me show you how. Internet. Alright, we will click on patch. Now the application will show the license not licensed again. Alright, so universal patch again. Now I'm gonna show you something like a power amp. Alright, go backup the data, for example, backup the data. Alright, now I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clear the data of power amp. Alright, now I'm gonna launch the application. It's starting from the start. Do you see that? Alright, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna restore the data, like alright, let's launch it up. Great, it's already restored to the original state before. So these are some kind of small features of app manager. So now we are done with it. Let's start with the emulation, which is the main feature of this application. Alright, now I'm gonna show you the main feature of this application, which is emulation. So what we got is there is a two type of emulation, which is one is root based and the other is exposed based. And these first three options, which is show system apps, show apps without permission, and your system core patch, and the fourth option, which is select apps. These all four features require exposed. Alright, now in case you don't have exposed, in that case you can go to the universal patch and select the support emulate. Alright, select the support emulate and patch the target application which you want to get to emulate. So what it does is it select that application and emulate. So as you don't have exposed, you can go to the universal patch and apply the support emulate, and then you can turn on this license and billing emulation. Okay, now I'm gonna suppose we have exposed now. Okay, now I'm gonna test license and billing emulation with exposed. I have reinstalled this drastic, so it should be unlicensed. Do you see that? Alright, now I'm gonna alright, it showed me to go and buy that. I'm not gonna buy that anyway. Alright, we got action launcher here. Right, so what I'm gonna do is there's one more. Alright, I'm gonna show this here. Okay, the big side here. Edit and it asks me to apply the trap. Alright, so what I'm gonna do is now I'm gonna use exposed grid emulation. Alright, so I have selected license emulation on, billing emulation as I have exposed. So all these four features, these three and this fourth, both are, these all four are enabled because I have exposed enabled. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select both application, this all four application, action launcher for billing, drastic for license, dev check for billing. There was one more pixar. So I selected those four applications. Wait, come back. Alright, now select this. Wow, it's licensed. Great. I'm gonna go here, click. Now see this. If you get this box, make sure when there is a non-consumable item, which means like which is a one-time purchase, like I'm gonna purchase a pro version, so which is one-time purchase, you have to click store purchase. Okay, if it is like a consumable purchase, for example, you can purchase that same item again and again, for example coins, gems in games, you can see here. So you don't click in that. Okay, so as is it consumable, so I will click store purchase. Why I want you to click store purchase is that because many applications synchronize the purchase, ask the server on the each start, so is it purchased or not on every start to the Google server. So if you click store purchase and when you run that application again, if it synchronize the purchase, so and then the patcher will what you say, no kind of whatever, I am not getting the word, so it will interfere, right? So interfere in that request and send the purchase details which you have stored. Okay, so click OK. Now it's a pro version, right? Great. So let's go to the action launcher. Action settings, get plus. Even by whatever other stuff as well. Alright, so now that's for Pixar. Now I'm using an expose based, okay, license and billing, both. Drastic had a license check, so let's go to the command. Right, edit, take and pick. Right. Now if you see that, select anyone. Now even if it's a subscription, okay, make sure you click store purchase. Right, we got that. Now you can see here totally down. We have the premium subscription. So this is how the exposed grid emulation works. Now let's take, we don't have exposed. Okay, now this all four features will be disabled, these three options. And okay, now let me tell you one more thing. Now the default bypassing doesn't work in this application. There are some application, like for example, if you get a force stop in your application when you enable license and billing emulation, if you get force stop in your application, what you have to do is like this. Now you can see it is asking me to buy with my real money. So what I'm gonna do is go to emulation, select the application programming hub, click save. Now when I go up, alright, when I go up here, if you see, it comes back, back to the home screen. If your application crashes or comes back to home screen like this, then what you can do is you can use a legacy patch. Okay, use the system core patch. Now this will not use advanced, you can write it here. Now this will not use advanced mechanism and used a system core patch, which is a legacy patching style. So let's go, let's check it out. Alright, we have to stop this application first. Alright, do you see that? Now click up here, store purchase, done. You got the lifetime subscription. Okay, so you can use the core patch in that. So this was a license and billing emulation. For example, now we don't have that exposed, so these three features and select apps option will be disabled. Now let's try billing emulation with the root mechanism. With the root mechanism. Let's name this one. Start check. Alright. Next. Alright. Go here, remove ads, and now you can see here. It will open my box, Google box to pay. Sorry. So go to the emulation. Now what we will do is we will not use this option. Okay, as you can see, no of this application is not selected. We can turn on license or billing emulation. Now as we can't select these three options and this select apps option because we don't have expose, what we have to do is we have to go to the universal patch, find the application, alright. Now we have to apply a support emulate patch. Alright, now it will redirect the request to the patcher, and the patcher will take care of it. Alright, let's count it and see. Yeah, it is redirected. Do you see that? Now my currency is changed to US dollar. Go up here, select, done. Wow, we purchased with root. But I just want to let you know that the root kind of emulation is not even close to your expose kind of emulation. Okay, so it works. So this was emulation stuff. And one more thing, now as I told you before that, when we click store purchase, every single purchase you have made and you have stored, that is saved locally. Can you see that? Is saved here. So for example, if any application which synchronize the purchase on every start, if you remove that application, like just click once, now we have removed that. For example, okay, when you launch that application, it will be back to the free version. So make sure you save that purchase and don't remove it from this. Okay, so this was the emulation. Now other features you already know about that. There are couple of hooks for signature and all stuff, and there is a spoof to spoof Wi-Fi MAC address, Bluetooth MAC address, IMI hardware, board, etc. And other thing is you have rebooter to reboot, soft reboot, you already know better than me. And you have cleaner, application sketcher with one click, and it is really fast than other apps on the Play Store. And one more thing I got in the version 4 is that we got an ad blocker. Alright, for example, let me show you. Okay, if there are ads coming in, you can click ads block. That's all, as blocked. To make sure to get the changes system wide, you can soft reboot, or first of the target app. Okay, and with one click click you can unblock that. So that's it. Hope you like the video and you got how to use the Jasi patcher. So have a nice day. Bye bye, take care.